And me the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.
Hey guys, welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name is Amy, and today I'm doing a pick a card that has been directed by the goddess Hecate. This is all about your magical past life or lives. So it could be several lives, it could be one life. Hecate came forward with wanting me to do this particular reading because there is value in knowing your past lives, because in these particular lives, you had gifts, you had abilities. Those same gifts and abilities are available to you today. And many of you are aware of some of them. You may not be, and you may be having difficulty harnessing them or becoming more aware of them. And this reading, the intention with this reading is to help you guys become more aware and understand kind of where you're at with that. All right. So if this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello. It's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what is up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I truly appreciate you guys being here. Now, keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information is down in my description box below, along with all the links to my social media. Now, before you see 3 psychic linking objects, as well as a face card and a stack of cards. I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. I'm probably going to be pulling from the Akashic Tarot for each group as well. And I'm going to show you your face card and also the objects so you can get a better feel of each group. Group 1, you are the Sage and this wooden bowl. It's got burn marks on the inside. It's been heavily used. Group 2, you are the body, mind, and you are the bone. Group 3, you are intuition, and you are this heavily used candlestick. Okay guys, so those are your selections. I will insert a little video with some music for those of you who need more time to kind of fill out which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there's probably more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures on the other side. Bye guys. group one, all of you that were drawn to this bowl or you were drawn to the Sage card, this is going to be your reading all about your magical past lives. Now, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates here and leave the rest behind. Now, I have already gotten some impressions for your group. And to me, this feels like a couple of things, but the first thing I picked up on was a begging bowl. I'm picking up on a life in India, as a member of a religious sect that practiced, they were like nomads, and they only begged for food. So they only received offerings for food. So if they didn't receive an offering, they didn't eat. They really lived in flow with the universe, and they slept in the open. I understand that practice still exists in some areas of India. I'm not super familiar with it, so it's just the energy I'm receiving for this group. So for some of you, you've been involved in some kind of religious sect in the past. I'm feeling a couple things. So that is one of the things I'm feeling. There were times of true hunger. There were times when the offerings were not edible. Not everyone was kind. Some people were very cruel to you as well, but you lived a life of passivity. You had a lot of peace. I'm seeing someone in like a white wrap, like wrapped in white linen. It's very hot, and I'm seeing their third eye opened it's not a lotus flower, but it is some kind of tropical flower that I am not familiar with, that's opening up in 4 petals. And in the middle, I'm seeing a winding catechus. And I'm seeing this person has learned to coexist in 2 realms as you walk this journey. You learned about and you experienced a reality that was there alongside reality. It's almost like you lived in a spiritual realm alongside reality, and you understood flow. I'm seeing a lot of times in meditation, I'm seeing butterflies and caterpillars. I think you helped transform people along the way. Let's keep going here, and I'm going to put your bowl right here. Okay, so there is your card, the Sage. Okay, so the first card we have is Weather Magic Manifestation. Yeah, powerful energy of manifestation with you. And I feel like for some of you, you have the ability to bless people with rain. When they fed you well, when they sat and listened to your stories and took your wisdom, I feel like you had this ability to bless their harvest. That might be part of the offerings that you got. And when people didn't receive blessings from you, they often put like inedible things in your bowl. Okay. Now, for some of you, what I'm getting is if inedible things were put in your bowl, part of your sect was you still had to eat it. So it wasn't always pleasant. It wasn't always a pleasant experience. And I feel with the Sage card here, you're very wise. I think people asked you a lot of questions about the universe. I feel like you were very knowledgeable. I don't feel like you were born into poverty in this lifetime. I feel like you were learned. And you turned away from that and into this lifetime, into this journey of true spiritual enlightenment and self-discovery. You practiced rapid levels of detachment. I feel like you also may have been involved in Tibetan Buddhism, may have also been a Buddhist in Japan. These are the oldest. I know there are several different sects of Buddhism. I am not versed in all of them by any means. This is unlike modern Buddhism. This is an ancient form of Buddhism where there was a practice of radical detachment. Some of you may have been involved in a monastery or were kept separate. You went through a time where you were kept, I'm hearing kept separate from others. But I believe through meditation, you had this ability to bless people. I feel like people came to you for blessings, whether you were on the road or you were in a monastery or there's another word for what this is. I don't really have that word for it, but there's another word for monastery that I'm not getting yet, so we'll see if it comes forward. We have cloak, concealment. Interesting. Okay. I'm getting some energy here, but we're going to go ahead and pull out the rest of the cards before I go forward. We have self. Beautiful energy. Just absolutely glorious energy. We have desire. And we have 3 of earth. There's your journey. There's your journey. I feel like some of you guys were born into, like, you had money. You had resources. Some of you guys came from a very wealthy merchant family. Some of you guys came from even royalty, upper class, but you took the road less traveled. You made some people in your family very unhappy because they had other ideas for you, but you chose self, the journey to self in this life. You chose self over things and relationships. Okay, let's get these cards. We have Atlantis. Okay, that's what I'm feeling here with concealment. I feel, and I don't say this kind of stuff often, okay, but I'm feeling like you have the energy, you're part of an oversoul, of an ascended master that was in the realm of Atlantis, manifested in Atlantis, okay? And you concealed yourself in this lifetime. And I feel like this was your entry point into this realm, was through this lifetime. This Atlantean ascended energy entered into this earth realm, this 3D energy that we're in through this particular lifetime, okay? Take that as it resonates. Use your discernment, okay? And you cloaked yourself. Okay, so you were born into affluence, but chose another way, chose the path of truth and heart, and really were put on a journey of self-discovery. We have lessons and blessings. So yes, people came to you for blessings. They also came to you for lessons. For some of you guys, you were a teacher, a very wise teacher. But I feel like a lot of you traveled, you know, even if you went back to this quote unquote monastery or this place set aside, at times you always went back out there and mingled among people, because that's what you were called to do, to share your blessings, to share your knowledge. And many of you were aware of this other lifetime. You were very aware what you were. And that's why okay, I get the 2 realms here. For some of you, your Atlantean lifetime and this lifetime were connected. It was as if there were times in meditation where you could go into the Atlantean type timeline energy and you could pull energy from that lifetime into this lifetime. It's as if you had channeled that being and gave advice and blessings for people. We have food and hunger. You were hungry often. You were hungry often. Your vessel, I'm seeing someone who at times was very thin. In this lifetime, that may manifest as issues with hunger. Either you may have ED. I'm not trying to trigger you in any way, okay? Or you may always worry that there's not going to be enough or food's going to run out. You may hoard food a little bit, and we're not judging. These are just realities that we live with when we have past lives that have these kind of issues. You may have health issues as well. I'm seeing a vessel that is kept relatively thin. I also feel someone who was heavily involved in yoga, Tai Chi, martial arts, physically working the vessel. I'm seeing someone taking different elixirs and potions and purging energies, a practice of a physical purge as well. It feels like it was an ayahuasca type a substance, but not necessarily ayahuasca, because I'm not feeling that area of the world. Although if that resonates, then that might be something for you, because I am picking up on the temple of the sun. Okay, we have the Fool. There you are on the journey in this lifetime. We have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, you refused the life you were born into. You refused it. And I feel like for some of you guys, you may be having issues with money in this lifetime. And it's not so much that you think money has a bad vibration. It's not so much that you fear it. It's that somehow within your family line and with your focus on the spiritual, that you have lost the flow of how money works. And part of what you're healing in this lifetime, in this journey, is learning about money and learning about the flow of money. And not just money. Money is abundance. Okay, so abundance, the abundant flow. Okay, you gave a lot to other people in past lives, and you muted your desire in this past life. And this past life is coming forward to help you allow your desires to manifest in this lifetime. You are meant to experience the satiation of your desire. You are meant to experience having enough, not lack of hunger. And you're meant to use your gifts and abilities. Many of you have inborn wisdom. You know things. Many of you, the sage is a storyteller. Many of you guys have a story to tell. And you need to share your gifts, okay? There's work to do. And see how in this card, the Three of Pentacles, they're at a writing desk. So some of you guys are meant to write these stories, or there's something you're meant to bring into the world that's creative, and it's connected to the wisdom of these lifetimes, the Atlantean lifetime as well. I feel like the Atlantean lifetime involves being a member of a priesthood, and tied to universal consciousness. Okay. And I feel like in this lifetime, where I feel the word aesthetic is coming to mind, where you were an aesthetic in Asia, Japan, Tibet, Mongolia, these areas. I'm also getting Nepal, the Philippines as well. I'm just getting this energy of, there was just an inborn wisdom that you shared, and you were also aware that you were channeling this being from Atlantis. But you are part of that being as well, and you're part of that being now. Okay, please take what resonates here. You're here with the self to learn balance, to learn that you don't need to shrink all your desires now. You're here to experience being human, okay? This lifetime was about transcendence, okay? Transcending the human experience, okay? You did that. Now you're here to experience, to grow, to enjoy, and to help. You're still here to use that wisdom, okay? That wisdom that you have it for a reason, okay? All right, I'm going to pull from the Akashic Tarot. Tell me more about this situation, this magic. You have the ability to bless people, okay? You have the ability to bless yourself. There was too many cards at once. I'm feeling Hecate's energy pull forward. You can bless them with your magic, also with your communication, the way you talk to people, the stories you tell. Your story. We have the karmic trench. Okay. So what I'm feeling here is doubt. I feel like this soul has doubt. And it's because I feel like this food and hunger is lack that has manifested in this lifetime with the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay. So you're in this karmic trench. You're born into this family that experiences a lot of lack. It could be lack in money and resources. It could be lack in emotional enrichment or connection. It could be lack in physical touch. Some of you guys weren't hugged very much. You weren't accepted. it feels like for some of you it's traumatic. We're not going to get into the trauma. For some of you, this begging bowl is emotional in this lifetime, okay? And many of you are trying to dig yourself out of this. And this lifetime is coming forward to let you know that you have an internal wisdom within you, okay? And many of you are ignoring it, okay? You're concealing your own wisdom from yourself. It's like you're hiding it away. You're not allowing it to flow, okay? And this is about you learning to trust yourself again. Trust your internal guidance, okay? Okay, tell me more. Top 2. Top 3. Okay, we have the King of Scrolls. Okay, he's carrying a scroll, and it feels like this energy has something to say. I feel like you have something to say, something to communicate, past unknown. This is the fear, and we have Archangel Gabriel with the number 3. 3 is the magic number. 3 is a magic number. It's where thought and action come together and form a manifestation, okay? Thought and action come together. You thought about it, and now you're doing it, and it manifests the third thing, okay? Past unknown, you're nervous about this. You're digging in the trench. You don't know where it's going. You're digging yourself out, and you're doing that action. And there's something here to say. There's something here to communicate. Some of you guys need to communicate your desires, your wants, your needs. You need to allow yourself to state the things you need and to give those to yourself. Some of you guys need to speak up in your relationships with others. Some of you guys need to speak up in the relationship with yourself and stop denying yourself the things that you need. This hunger bowl, although it looks very small, when you carry a bowl that is full of hunger, it is big, it is massive, and it is heavy. It's a bowl of lack. It's a bowl of doubt. It can manifest as a bowl of, I'm hearing nothingness, like feeling nothingness, feeling void. This experience in a past life of living in lack left that energy with you. Although you gained a lot of connections and healed a lot of people from this, you also received a lot of cruelty, a lot of negativity. And even as someone who channeled and was connected with an ascended energy, you still took that energy on, okay? And that energy of, I feel this energy of like, how could people do this to me? Literally, some of you guys were fed like pig slop, internal organs that no one would eat, unedible things. And because of your devotion, you ate those things because you were made to, and you got very sick. Some of you guys actually passed away because of this, okay? It was a rule. It was, and I feel like you adhered to the rules very strictly. Many of you guys died of some kind of sickness. I'm seeing like a swollen abdomen. I'm hearing like typhoid, botulism, that kind of thing, okay? And you're here in this lifetime going through, and many of you guys are going through some heavy density to heal this lack energy, to heal this energy of like, why are people so horrible to me? I feel like you guys have had a lot of rough experiences with people being awful to you and you doing good for them, but you don't get that in return. And it has to do with this lack energy. It has to do with not owning your power. It has to do with you denying yourself. It's time for you to give yourself the kindness, compassion, wisdom, and nurturing that you gave to others in this past life. Okay? You deserve that same energy in this life. You deserved it in that past life. But in that past life, you were guru teacher. You were the journeying monk, missionary, priestess. You were the one giving out wisdom and helping people, and you did it with a kind heart. And many times, there were times that you were beaten and mistreated for what you did, but you kept going. You were very devoted to this cause. You learned a lot. But now it's time in this lifetime to heal yourself. And part of your healing is healing others. But you can't heal from a place of lack. You can't heal from this place. Okay? You can't heal others from this place. You can heal yourself as you become more aware of how you deny yourself the simple pleasures of life. Some of you guys need to give yourself some fun. You need to start enjoying life more. Okay, it will help you give to others. I feel like you have a very giving heart and you have a lot to give here with the Archangel Gabriel. Okay, lots of healing energy around you. You still have energy of blessings to give to people. Okay, however, right now you are called to heal this wound. You are called to heal yourself. Healer, heal thyself. Okay, then you can bless others in a more powerful and profound way. It will open up because some of you guys, this wisdom that you carry with you is cloaked from you because you're existing from this begging bowl. You're existing from that. Okay, so all right, let's go into the next level. Now I hear some of you guys saying, now how am I supposed to, when we live in a world right now where there's a lot of lack, there's a lot of pressure, how am I supposed to not connect with lack? Okay, it helps when you connect with things that make you happy. If you don't know what makes you happy, there is a need for you to find out because you are not meant to just be here to suffer. It's very hard to heal people when all you do is suffer. Okay, you have to have some catharsis. Catharsis can take many forms, and some of the most powerful forms are joy and laughter. Okay, I'm not saying to disassociate from pain. There is reasons that pain is so important to experience. But I feel like for a lot of you with this begging bowl energy, I feel like you're kind of existing in that state of lack and you're not giving yourself or allowing yourself to connect to the good things. And I want you to open up your consciousness and your heart to enjoying some simple good things. Like go look at a tree. I know you're probably like, why? Because a tree is magnificent. It's art. It's art. It's the art of nature. Go look at some mountains if you can. Go get some fresh air. Get out in the sun. Put your bare feet on the ground if it's not too cold or too hot or it's safe for you. Ground yourself. Because you are part of nature. You are not a part of the artificial world. You are part of the natural world. And so many times we disconnect from this. That's one thing that this past life has, is a connection to the divine and a connection to earth. That earthing energy is very powerful. It helps you connect with the truth of you. It helps you realize that the universe works with you and all things work to your greater good. And that, yes, you do see negativity in the world. People are cruel. And it seems like nowadays they're even more cruel than they used to be. That the options and possibilities for cruelty grow. But understand that the way people treated you in this lifetime, the cruel moments in that lifetime and the cruel moments in this lifetime are not a reflection of how they feel about you. It is a reflection of where they are on their journey. And they're projecting their own feelings of lack and self-hatred and self-sabotage onto you. And I feel like even though you were very ascended in this lifetime, I feel like that was just something that was one of the issues that you could not wrap your head around. Human cruelty. Because you experienced it so much. And I feel like in this lifetime, that awareness that people act from pain many times, and they share that pain. Okay, miserable people do miserable things. Hurt people hurt people. And many times it doesn't matter who the victim is, who the target is. It's just someone, as long as it's not them. And it seems like that's becoming more and more an issue in the world. And I feel like as you begin to really ground your energy, connect with nature, I feel like more and more you'll find peace with that and understand that there's nothing wrong with you. You are perfect the way you are. And the way people treat you is a reflection of their own internal struggles. Just like the way you treat people is a reflection of your own internal struggles. You may be overly kind to people that don't necessarily deserve it. And there's all this toxic spirituality about turning the other cheek and things like that. And I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think everyone deserves your kindness. I think sometimes we have to walk away from people who are cruel. It doesn't mean we get lost in their cruelty. It means we understand our own human limitations, that we cannot accept people's cruelty. It's okay for us to put up boundaries and make ourselves have safe spaces for us to be at peace and not operate from lack. Okay, so I feel like you're learning good boundaries. We have lookout here. So I feel like this is change. This is change coming in. Change is also magic. It's Uranus energy, Aquarian energy. This popped out. We have Archangel Raphael. You have a lot of angelic energies. I'm not reading the reversals, so lots of healing energy, Gabriel and Archangel Raphael. And we have commitment. Okay, I'm not feeling this as romantic. I feel like this is healing energy coming in and helping you commit to yourself. Commit to the healing pathways of self. Allowing yourself to move forward and accept with grace what you perceive as failures and mistakes. And understand that failures and mistakes don't necessarily mean lack. They just mean a learning process. It is part of your lessons and blessings. Okay? Lessons and blessings. A mistake really isn't a mistake. It's an awareness. You become aware of different things. I think people get lost in this. I failed. Well, just because it didn't work out the way you think it did doesn't necessarily make it failure. It just means you learned something. You probably learned something about yourself, about your journey. It's a journey. It's a journey, okay? And it's a marathon, not a sprint, okay? So you're learning and you're growing. Okay, tell me more. We have the garden, okay? There's growth here. You're growing. And as you continue along this pathway, as you open yourself up to different areas within your own psyche, as you begin to heal and fill your begging bowl. Okay, some of you guys need to feed your ancestors. Okay, so if you have an ancestor altar, feed them. Offer them food if you can. Don't waste food by any means. Offer them food, offer them drink, offer them comfort, because you're healing your ancestral line. It will also help you as well have that psychic connection with them, that spiritual connection. Tell me more. There's a need to nurture yourself. Okay, so I dropped this. We have sigil here. We have writing. Okay, so again, I feel like I'm being called to tell you that there's a story to tell here. You may, one of your magical abilities is you may be able to do automatic writing. Your sigil magic may be very powerful, but some of you guys definitely have a story to tell or some kind of communication or expression that is magically empowered. So if you have been guided to do this, it's really important that you start. It takes a while, to manifest these things. Work on it. Start doing it. Don't rush yourself. Give yourself time, and it will all manifest as it should. Okay? All right, group 1, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe, and I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 2, all of you that were drawn to this bone and you were drawn to the mind body card. This is going to be your reading all about your magical past life. All right, so I'm going to tell you, I feel like you were a healer in a past life. Some of you guys were a physician or like a physician type person. You studied the mind-body connection, or you were trying to unravel it. Some of you were alchemists. You may be drawn to the healing arts in this lifetime. There's different kinds of healing modalities. You may literally be in healthcare, or mental health care, or some kind of healthcare, or this may be more like a spiritual healer. Just take what resonates here. We're going to find out more about this energy. So let's get into these cards right here. We have faith. Okay, we have this healing card. This is the 6 of air. Look at the rainbow energy. Rainbow energy is healing energy. Okay, so there's healing energy flowing through this being, and I'm feeling light codes all around this energy. And then we have the catechus here, which is a symbol of health as well. Oh, there was a temple in Greece. And wow, it just flew out of my head. Hygienia is the goddess, and then there was a god, and these were healing temples. There was a lot of healing that was connected to sleep. There's a book where they're mentioned. It's called like the wisdom of dark places, the healing wisdom of dark places, or the wisdom in dark places. Anyway, it talks about how they also had snakes that kind of roamed these sleep chambers because they believed the sound of the universe was mimicked in the sound of a snake's hiss. You may be, feel drawn to like Greek mythology or whatnot, but I feel this energy of a healing cult as well. You may have been involved in a healing cult. This also could be, you could have been in a convent or some kind of religious order where you dealt with healing energy. It's different things for different people, so please use your discernment. Okay, we have the king of water here. Okay, some of you guys, I feel like I'm hearing like doctor or doctor-like person, psychologist-like person, the healing elder, medicine person. Okay, we have tarot cards, guidance. I feel like really to take out the tarot cards part, like you were a guide to other people in other lifetimes as far as like healing mental, physical, spiritual issues. So lots of healing energy, group 2. If you do not resonate with that, then this is not going to be your pile, okay? We have Osiris, God King of Duat. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Commitment, acquisition, responsibility. Okay, I feel like you felt very responsible in this past life. For some of you guys, I'm literally seeing someone in like, what time am I seeing this? Like around the birth of the United States, like the time where America was born, the forefathers, a physician type person. I'm coming short of calling them a physician for some reason. So I feel like this was someone who studied the body. I feel like you worked with cadavers, trying to understand disease, the mechanisms of disease, research. So just take what resonates here. Lots of different energies coming through. We have mother, fulfillment. I feel like for some of you, these are several lifetimes. I'm talking about several of your lifetimes, okay? It's not one or the other. It's several of these lifetimes I've mentioned are actually your lifetimes. And Hecate is bringing this energy forward to continue to validate that you have healing energy, okay? You are a healer, all right? We have father. We have mother again, okay? We have vows. And we have health. Okay, so for many of you, you took vows in a past life. Could have been in a convent, could have been in a religious order, could have been a monk as well, could have been to a temple. Okay, some kind of temple system, religious system. Okay, you were a guide, people came to you for healing, could have been a medicine person in a village as well. Lots of different kinds of energy here. I'm going to pull some tarot for you guys. Okay, let's get some tarot. I'm going to get 3 tarot cards. Tell me about this lifetime, these lifetimes. I feel like I'm talking about a group of lifetimes, healing lifetimes here. All these lifetimes gave you an insight on the healing of mind, body, spirit. Okay, you have insight on spiritual healing as well, which we often don't talk about. We don't talk about that. You understand how faith works. And we have the hangman in reverse. Okay. I feel like you were born And in this lifetime that we're talking about, you were born before your time. People were threatened by your unusual perspectives, okay? I feel like for many of you, there was something about science that was threatening to the order or to the religion, whatever this was. Now, this is not for all of the experiences, but I'm picking up on specific energies here now where your thoughts, you're very bright, you're very smart, you're very intuitive when it comes to health. You may have, not all of you, but some of you are medical intuitives. You have a feel for like illness and things like that. And we have the Page of Cups here. And we have the 10 of Swords. Okay, so I feel like you were very threatening to either to the heads of these organizations, either a masculine or feminine energy, a masculine or feminine order, okay? And they were not having it, okay? Some of you guys were literally unalived, okay? Executed. For your beliefs, okay, for what you tried to teach or for your discoveries or for your writing, okay, because they really did challenge the dogma of what they were teaching. And I feel like in this lifetime with mother fulfillment, I feel like there is an energy here of trying to fulfill what you were doing in that past lifetime. So it's important that you honor your intuition in this lifetime. Honor where you are driven to go, okay? Because this is your pathway. This is your pathway to your own personal evolution. It is your pathway to really your joy and happiness. And I feel like your unusual viewpoints are important because they help people think outside the box. Okay. And I feel like in this lifetime, people haven't been open to you. Okay. You've had a lot of negativity. You've had a lot of people. You haven't had a lot of opportunity with this. There's been issues with disability. There's been issues with you probably accepting it. Some of you guys with this tarot here, guidance, some of you guys are gifted in tarot or you're gifted psychic. You're highly intuitive. You just know things. You just know things sometimes, you know. But there's been a lot of blocking energy, maybe from parents here in this lifetime. For some of you, one or both of your parents were involved in this past life order. Okay, so they're probably very judgmental of you. They probably created a lot of oppressive energy around you, okay, because they are threatened by this gift that you have, okay? And I think you're a healer. You may have been born with a lot of stuff to heal yourself, a lot of things to overcome. You were born with these things because you are healing your generations. You are a generational healer. You heal on a massive scale, okay? You don't just heal one person. You heal like groups of people, okay? It's a different kind of healing. No, you don't have to do this. Some people ask me, well, what if I don't want to heal massive groups of people? You don't have to. Nothing is forced here. These are just gifts and abilities that you have, okay? Let's get into the Akashic Tarot. Tell me more about this situation, these gifts here. Many of you took vows. You take your vows very seriously. We have fated meaning, okay? The Akashic is opening up for you, okay? It's opening up for you. We have the Ark of the Covenant. Okay. I'm feeling the Ark of the Covenant as a vault, your Akashic vaults. A few months ago, I did a visionary kind of experience where I was given a vision of Akashic vaults being opened up for people. Vaults we did not know were there, being revealed and being opened. And some of these vaults have gifts. They have other timelines, entry points to other timelines, and they have gifts and abilities coming forward. So I feel like your vault, the Ark of the Covenant for you in this is being revealed, and it's going to be opened for you, okay? And there's something to do with a fated meeting here. So I feel like you're moving, Well, you may be moving, you guys, but there is someone coming in that has to do with this vault being open, this new timeline. I feel like this is going to be a timeline where you're going to be able to accept your gifts and abilities. I feel like some of you guys literally have had to cut off or move away from family, okay? Move away from toxicity that has bubbled up. This is part of your healing, okay? You may be having health problems as well, and you may be finding as you move away from toxicity, your health starts to improve, your mental health. It may not be physical, it may be your mental health, but you start to feel better as you move away from certain people, and that's a sign that you need to spend less time with those people, because for whatever reason, they are causing issues within your energy, and you deserve to be happy. You deserve to get clarity, and sometimes we need to get away from people to get clarity. Okay, we have initiation and the Count of Saint Germain. Okay, so wow. Okay, so I'm feeling like you're at a crossroads. Okay, there's somebody, they've either already come in or they're about to come in, and it's going to help you access your gifts and abilities. It's going to help you heal, and you're going to go through an initiation. Some of you guys are going to go through another awakening or a new awakening. We have 14 reduces to a 5. That's change. We have 11 here, 11, 11. You may start seeing that. That's how you know that this vault is opening. And we have 7. 7 is a lucky number. So I feel like when you see 7s, I feel like that's a sign of this person. If you haven't met them, you know. Okay, this is somebody, when you meet them, there's something weird about the connection, okay, because it's past life. This is a past life connection, okay. This is probably someone within, I'm feeling like someone within your cloister. Well, I don't use that word. So someone within your order, someone, if you were an actual physician, well, many of you were an actual physician. Some of you guys were a physician type person in Egypt as well. But someone close to you that, although some of you guys were not supposed to have relationships, you did. It may have been a same gender a relationship that wasn't looked upon well. That person is going to be appearing. What their vessel is will vary. This is not about, gender. This is about energy. Okay. And they could come as a friend. They could come in as someone romantic. They could come in as a teacher and a guide. It's just going to be different for different people. Okay. They are I'm seeing this person unlocking the vault. Okay. So I feel like this person is going to come in and help you accept yourself for more of who you are. Okay. They're going to help you make the mind, body, spirit connection that you need. Okay, we have the architect. Okay, so you're really working on building the next stage of your life. Okay, the next chapter, the next book. I feel like you're moving away from this oppressive energy. Okay, from this energy that is threatened or thrown off or very uncomfortable with your out of the box kind of energy. I feel like it's not just the way you think. I think you carry this Uranus energy, this Aquarius energy, where you're just outside the box. You may be Scorpio as well. You may be Taurus. You may be Libra. You may be Sagittarius. You may be Leo. Okay, lots of signs here, so just take what resonates. But I'm just feeling like there's a lot of wisdom here. You learned a lot, and you spoke up, and it was very threatening. You may be afraid. You may have some issues with your throat chakra. That's from this family and also from the past, okay? And it may be blocking your ability to kind of like move into the powerful healer you are. You're a wounded warrior. You're called to heal yourself first so you can heal others, okay? But definitely, you're a foundation builder. You may have been some of you guys have had an experience of working in temples, creating sacred spaces that were healing in temples, working with architects. For some of you, there's actual monuments that are still in existence that you helped design. That won't be for everybody, okay? And you know the healing nature of them. Like every time you hear about it, you're like, that is not what it's for. That is not what it's for. You guys are missing the mark, but you don't say anything because you're like, I don't want to upset everybody. So Okay, I'm feeling this card here. We have the Two of Forces, the Willow. You're moving into balance in your life where you're letting go of people who hold unrealistic expectations for you. You're letting go of situations that drain you of energy. You're letting go of people who don't support you. And it's because you're different. You're different from people in your family. You're different from people in your life. Like this person, this situation, it may be a group for some of you, but whatever this is coming in, this fated meeting, whoever this is, they're going to accept you and love you and support you for who you are. It's going to help you move into this stage of balance where you're going to really begin to understand your magical abilities. You are a healer. You are a very powerful healer. And it's time that you were able to honor that. We have wishes fulfilled that came out. Yeah, you're moving into a time where you're going to start receiving beautiful things from the universe, manifestations, signs, validations. This person may be part of that validation for you guys, okay? We have the King of Scrolls. He came out in the first group as well. And for me, I'm feeling like there's something here to communicate. There's something of value here to communicate. I'm also getting with the architect here. I feel like this is moving from like the architect thinking about what they want to do, how they want to build it, where they want to build it, to actually the designs are in hand. And they're looking for the site. They're looking at the site that they're going to build. So it's progress. Like you're moving forward, okay? You're moving forward into a time where you're going to see things start to happen. You're going to see healing happen. I feel a lot of healing energy coming for you. And this is coming from you, okay? And for some of you, this person, the situation that's coming in for you, it is destined for you. And it's going to help you heal so powerfully. Okay, we have winged messengers. Okay, so I'm feeling like your ancestors, the angels, specifically some of you guys have ancestors that are going to reach out to you. You're going to have new guides come in. They're going to help you with this healing energy, help you integrate it, help you understand it, help you heal yourself. That's why your intuition is so powerful, because I feel like this energy, these guides are coming in to help you heal yourself, and they're going to lead you down the pathway of healing with these intuitive hits. Okay, so it may start like this. Nobody likes to hear this, but here we go. They may tell you, drink more water. And you're like, okay, everybody gets told drink more water, okay? And then they may say, hey, you need to go to the doctor. You may be one of those people that hasn't been to the doctor. You have health problems, but you don't go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Do those things, okay? Because you're walking a pathway. And some of the most obvious things that we need to do are the things that we don't. Because there is an issue here of denial of self, and that could be coming from the harsh judgment that you've experienced in your life and this past life here. Feeling unworthy, feeling different. And when you feel different, many times you don't feel good about yourself because you're different, you're weird, whatever. I'm a weirdo, so I say that with great love. We're different, we think different, we are different, and we're different for a reason. We're here to make change. You're here to make change. So honor your differences. So when you get intuitive hits, write them down. Think about them. Don't dismiss them. You have them for a reason, okay? And when it comes to your health and your wellness, it's very important that you listen. Your body has a wisdom all its own, and you're learning to trust your body more. And if you've had health issues, this is a major healing, because many of us who have chronic illness or we've had health issues, we don't trust our body because we feel like our body has failed us. But the truth is our body is talking to us. It's communicating through different things like pain, depression, other things. It's asking for change. It's asking for care. It's asking for nurturing. And I am not one of those people who tell you that all your illnesses are caused by spiritual problems. No. Some of our vessels are sick. They have issues. We live in a very toxic environment, and it's extremely toxic in spirituality to tell people that their physical problems are caused by spiritual issues or even mental issues. Some of our vessels are sick, and it has to do with our DNA, and it has to do with the environment. So if you're sick, go to a doctor and see what they can do for you. And many of us heal in multiple ways. So you go to the doctor, you take the medicine. You also drink more water. You also do what, take vitamins. You also, practice meditation, or you go to talk therapy. There, you can do more than one thing to heal. You can do multiple things to heal yourself. And many times to really, if you have a lot of problems, health problems or whatnot, it takes multiple things, multiple different modalities working together. And sometimes you might need to change those. So you have to remain flexible and open. Okay, we have witch's script, secrets. Okay, so many of you guys are holders of secrets. Like, that's part of what makes you different, is you have secret knowledge deep within you about healing, about how to heal, about pathways to healing. Also, you guys hold secrets of magic. You are encouraged to keep your magic secret. If you practice, don't talk about it. Okay, you'll be guided when to open up about it. Okay, keep it on the down low. If you're just starting to practice, don't tell anybody. Okay, because a lot of times if you discuss your magic with other people, they start shooting you negativity. Okay, and that negativity can be catching. And the one thing about magic that's very important, no matter what kind you do, whether it's quantum magic, it's meditation, it's art of attraction, law of attraction, it's actual like spell crafting, you can block it. If you have to go all in, you have to believe it, not just believe it, you have to know it to be true. You don't have to understand how it works, just know it to be true. But when you start having people being naysayers, it gets into your head, it gets into your psyche. So, and it's an old, it's an old practice that we don't discuss those things. We don't discuss the magic, especially when it's afoot, especially when it's working. We let it play out. We let it manifest. We allow the blessings to flow. We allow our magic to manifest. So I'm here to remind you that if you do magic, Hecate wants you to not speak on it, okay? Not until she gives you the thumbs up. And I feel like she will, okay? You'll know, okay? It'll be clear. Some of you, I'm seeing a raven. Some of you guys will see ravens and black dogs as signs that it's time, or cauldrons that are burning, okay? Smoke or fire. We have moot, gathering, okay? I feel like these are energies gathering around you, number 33. So I feel like you have like ascended energies, like ascended master energies. And some of you guys have like ancestral witches or magic workers gathering around you, medicine people. Some of you guys, you have lifetimes where you were a medicine person or you were involved in a coven. And these energies are around you to help work through the issues you're having. Okay, so call on them. Call on your ancestral witches, call on the ancestral medicine people. You can call on your past life energy to help you. You can bring through your talent in magic because you've worked it before into this lifetime, okay? But keep it, I feel like the energies that want to come through to you want you to keep it quiet, okay? Because they are adhering to an old way, an ancient way of being. So don't talk about it, okay? Just connect with them. And you have to connect with them. You have to ask them, okay? I'm seeing purple candles. I'm seeing a key, many keys. I'm seeing a candle. This is what they're asking for. A candle, a purple candle with 3 keys, one, like forming a triangle. Here, they don't have to be fancy keys. They can literally be keys that you find. In fact, I'm hearing like if you find them, it's even better. And light the candle, do your own petition, do your own intentions, okay? And ask them to come in for you to help you through this situation, to help you work more powerful magic, to help you connect with your more magical self that will help bring in this healing energy. Some of you guys, your healing modality in this lifetime is through your magic, but you have to work on it. And while you're working on this, while you're learning and refining, while you're becoming more and more powerful, keep it close. Keep it close to your chest, okay? Because it is a powerful work that's happening. And really, you don't want to be bothered by people who may try to get in the way of that. It's just annoying. And you don't want to be annoyed right now. You want to be free to embrace your true gifts. And for some of you, this person coming in has to do with this energy. Okay, so be aware of that. Okay, for some of you guys, you're going to manifest this person. This is somebody who you're going to manifest through your magic, and that person's going to be a validation. And that's how the key, literally one of those keys you lay out, will open this vault. Okay, to this new chapter of your life where you're able to embrace your gifts and abilities, where you're able to work through situations and bring in balance, where you'll be able to not just think about what you want, but you'll be able to really lay down plans and start the action to move towards it, because you have wishes fulfilled here. All right. So connecting to these past lives is really going to help you bring your gifts through, to help you manifest powerful new beginnings in your life, and to help you heal not only yourself, but other people. All right. Okay, group 2, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you want to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that were drawn to this candlestick, and you were drawn to this intuition card. This is going to be your reading all about your magical past life. Put that there. Maybe put that there. And I'll put your candlestick right here. Now, first of all, I'm going to tell you that you were psychic in a past life, okay? You were connected to, some of you guys, now take what resonates here. Okay, some of you guys were spirit mediums, you were necromancers, some of you were psychic, you were seers, you knew the future, some of you guys just knew stuff about people, but you were very psychic, you were very connected to the other side. Okay, let's get into it. We have the horned god, virility. Many of you guys were connected to witchcraft in a past life. You were also connected to the horned god. You could be connected to Pan as well. Let's keep going here. We have wisdom, very wise, lots of wisdom here. We have persecution and inquisition. Yes, I feel like you guys were persecuted by the church. We have male, female as well. Some of you guys were persecuted, not exactly for the reasons that you might think. You were gifted, but you were persecuted because, not because of that, but because someone couldn't have you. They thought you bewitched them in some way or cast a spell on them because they were so attracted to your beauty or handsomeness. I feel like this is a feminine energy and a masculine energy that's persecuting the feminine, okay? All right, we have death and rebirth. We have the 8 of air, which is the 8 of swords, and we have the maiden. Yeah, I feel like you were very attractive in this past life. I feel like you were connected to an underworld goddess. I'm seeing the underworld goddess. I cannot pronounce her name. She is a sister of Isis, Nephlis. I probably butchered that. I'm seeing that. I'm also seeing Sekhmet, which I'm probably butchering that. So I'm really bad about pronouncing these names, so forgive me. I'm also seeing like there's this energy of Persephone. I feel her always with underworld energy. I'm aligned with her. Hecate, of course. I'm feeling Lilith energy, but Lilith in the Sumerian mythos, the Sumerian religious terms here. I'm also feeling the presence of like Tiamat, Ishtar as well. Isis. We have wand and tension. You were very magical. You had a lot of very powerful magical energy. Tell me more about this past life. You were devoted. You were devoted. And I feel like you guys did not live very long. Now, I'm seeing a couple of lifetimes here. I feel like there was a lifetime where you were taken out very easily and very early by someone in a position of power who had sexual feelings for you, and you and they felt shame about it, and so they branded you a witch. And even though you were psychic in that lifetime, okay, but you weren't exactly a witch, all right. But they believed you had cast a spell on them, so you were dunked. You were dunked, okay? So they tied you to a chair and they dunked you. You may have a fear of water, deep water, or drowning, suffocation, things like that. And that's where that comes from. We have strength in reverse, okay? Some of you guys were, I'm seeing some of you guys, they set your house on fire. So you might have some issues with fire as well. That kind of thing. Tell me more about this. For others, I feel like you were like a hedge witch, and you were raised in the woods by your mother, who was a hedge witch, and your father had a family in town. Okay. And you were branded like, a bastard kind of thing. Okay, so you were not really accepted, and you were very magical in that lifetime. And your mother taught you everything she learned from her mother. This is passed down wisdom, okay? But eventually, I feel like your mother was, I don't feel there's a coven here. I feel like this is solitary through family bloodline. And your mother and you lived in isolation, and women would come out for different kinds of treatments. And these treatments are from the old world, okay? These treatments are herbalism. And they're also for health issues and also for spiritual issues, okay? And that's what got her in trouble, okay? I'm going to pull those two cards as well. Okay, so we have the Hermit. It came out kind of upside down. We're going to take it in reverse. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse, and we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. Oh. So in this lifetime, it feels like you were a very gifted child. Your mother became a victim or a mark for a jealous woman who you had the child, her husband's child. Okay, her husband was in a position of power. She was in a position of power herself. Okay, and you helped one of her older daughters with something. What did she help? What did she help the older daughter with? What did she help? I feel like this had to do with a child. This has to do with a child. The Knight of Cups has to do with a child or love. Someone was poisoned. They felt you poisoned somebody. Your mother poisoned somebody. Okay. Yeah. Then we have the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Cups. What I'm getting here is that I'm seeing a woman hanging from a tree and a child left there crying and people pulling away. I don't feel like they knew exactly what to do with you, and I feel abandonment by father. It's not like he owned the fact that you were his. I feel like he walked away. He walked away. And you learned the hard way. I feel like your mother had one connection, and you did not realize that this was a family connection. It was somebody you did go to see every so often. There were certain celebrations. Blood, this is blood. Okay, this is some kind of blood religion or spirituality that is practiced by the female members of this family. Okay, The females are the priests, the priestesses. Okay. We have the Two of Cups here, and we can see them coming together, and with this cup here. And I feel like you somehow were able to find your way. Okay. The Five of Wands here in reverse. And I'm seeing a cave. I'm seeing a cave. So this may have actually been a woman who lived in a cave, deeper into the woods. You were able to find yourself there. I think by the time you found yourself there, I'm hearing starving. You were hungry. She fed you. She gave you a place to live. She was very old. I'm seeing her wearing like wool clothes. It almost feels like clothes from like the biblical times. Like she didn't wear the kind of clothes that like you were wearing, although you were wearing also older clothes. Hers were even older. This feels like sage energy. It feels like old world energy, but she was definitely a hermit. And I feel like she was a hermit no more because your energy came in. And you grew with her. She taught you a lot of the things your mom taught you, but she taught you even more things. Okay. We have death and rebirth here. I'm feeling Scorpio energy. You have this power of the phoenix. You have the power to ascend, to do shadow work, to help people ascend. And your magic is extremely powerful because of your deep connections to the horned God, the masculine energy, the masculine divine. And I feel like this family had some kind of blood covenant or bloodline covenant with the horned God. That won't resonate for all of you, but this energy is within your family now. It's some kind of a masculine God form. And this energy can help increase your psychic ability, your magical ability. Okay. Okay. Tell me about these magical abilities. You grew in that lifetime with that older lady into a kind of sage. And I feel like though for you, you were not as helpful to people. You learned, but basically you stayed in that cave. You stayed in the cave. When the old lady died, you stayed there. She told you to stay there and to not go out. So the rest of your life was really spent learning wisdom, learning about the universe, learning about nature. That's why some of you guys have an inborn ability with herbalism. You have an inborn ability with magic. You know things because you, in this lifetime, you learned the language of your soul. You got quiet for a lifetime. Okay, you mourned your mother, and I'm just hearing silence. Like you got quiet and you learned the language of the universe. You began to understand. So you have a lot of knowledge. You're very wise. There's a lot of wisdom here. There's a lot of magical knowledge and ability. And it's right at your fingertips. I'm feeling like your hands, you probably have these very powerful hand chakras that are open or have the ability to open up. Okay, tell me more about the magic of group 3. Tell me more about the magic of group 3. We have Aradia, magic. You got the actual magic card. Okay, very powerful magician. Okay, and you can see in both her hands, she holds objects. Okay, so you have the ability to heal with your hands, to create magic with your hands, your ability to enchant objects, to enchant herbs, the magic candles, everything you put your hands to will become powerfully enchanted. You have this ability, your intentions, very powerful. You may be drawn to having a wand or athame that will help you focus the power of your own internal magic, okay? All right, tell me more. We have curses and remedies, healing. Okay, so you have the power to curse and to heal, okay? Many of you have the power to do this by herbs. Okay, baneful herbs. Some of you guys have the gift of magic with baneful herbs. Not everyone can work well with baneful herbs, okay? Just take what resonates here. We have grimoire, authenticity. Okay, for some of you guys, this won't resonate for all of you, but for some of you, you have the knowledge from this bloodline grimoire. in your mind, in your memory, in your mental space, okay, in your mental spiritual space. You're remembering those castings. You're remembering from this lifetime what you were taught. That wisdom is being brought forward, okay? Part of what's blocking this is the persecution and the Inquisition, okay? Some of you guys fear this returning, okay? And I listen, I understand this. Okay, this is a big block. When you've been persecuted, when you've seen, the only person that you had growing up disappear in such a brutal way, and you didn't see them disappear. They were actually like unalived right in front of you. It leaves a traumatic soul impression, okay, that the craft is dangerous. That's the message they want you to have. They want you to be afraid of your magic. They want you to be afraid that it could misfire. But the truth is, the only reason that it is dangerous is because of the judgments of others. So you are encouraged to keep your magic close. I got this for group 2. Keep it close to your heart. Keep it close to you, okay? Remember it. Remember it. Write it down. Practice it. There will be a day when you feel stronger. When you feel stronger, then come forward. Don't force it. Don't make it happen, okay? Allow it. Receive the wisdom. Receive the memories. And then you know what? Do the magic. See how it works. Experiment. Allow the fullness of what you remember to come forward, okay? Because you're remembering very powerful magic. We have the initiation of Count Saint Germain. Yes. So it's almost like many of you guys are being initiated into like this magic, this memories, these abilities that run in your blood, okay? And you've been cut off from them, blocked from them because of fear of judgment of others, fear of what could happen, okay? And we have Uriel and the Sphinx. Okay, when I get this is a past life card for me. Yeah. I feel like they're bringing through another life because there's life here in Egypt, I'm feeling, an Egyptian lifetime where you practiced magical medicine, magical healing spirituality, magic. You did cursing, you did blessing, you did healing. Look into the Egyptian Book of the Dead and see if that triggers some memories for you, okay? I feel like you have the ability to remember some of this magic as well. It's as if your guides, Hecate, want you to remember this successful lifetime where you worked with people and were able to help them through your magic. You weren't persecuted for your magic in this lifetime at all. For many of you in this lifetime, in this Egyptian lifetime, for some of you guys, it's Greco-Roman Egyptian, okay? So it's that lifetime. It's where that all kind of blended, where there was trading done, and where those cultures were kind of blending together. Okay, for some of you, there's something here about the Library of Alexandria. Okay, tell me more. Okay, we have the Willow. Okay, coming into balance. So they want you to know that it's not all bad. Like you do have some issues from past lives where, there was some bad stuff that happened because of abilities, because of being outside the box, being different. But there were also times where the differences, the magical differences were honored traditions. And they didn't cause you to suffer. In fact, you were able to help people. And they want you to remember not just one experience, but the other as well, that there's positivity from it. There's balance. Remember in balance, okay? Okay, these cards want to come out. Okay, so we have the Lookout here. Okay, that's change. We have loving elementals. And we have the lightning bolt. And then we have the increscent moon. Okay, so there's change coming for you. And I feel like this is change in your magic. There are energies around you. There are spirits around you. For some of you guys, this is familiar spirits. Hecate wants to gift some of you guys with a familiar spirit or a new guide, something like that coming in, okay? And I feel like for some of you, you're going to become aware of it very quickly. It's going to be an instant where you're going to be like, oh, that's what that is. That's who that is. And I feel like what's going to happen is there's going to be repetitive, it's almost like there's going to be repetitive contact made until you become aware. And once you're aware, you're like, oh, and then you can begin to work with these energies around you to help you move into this time where you start to manifest and work with your magic more, and you start to see the change in the world. It will start to change your life and change yourself. I encourage you to cast changes upon yourself first if you have never done it before. If you are working in magic, with this past life energy, cast upon yourself and see the magic manifest through yourself, and then you will see it manifest in your world. Because I feel like there is some alignments that are going to happen. There are some changes in your alignments that are going to happen. For some of you, I felt this in group 2. You may be drawn to group 2 as well. For some of you, there's someone either you know now or coming in, okay? And this person's going to help you with this process. They're going to help you own more of who you are, okay? They're going to help you own your magic. This could be the guide coming in. You may be working with Hecate more as well. For some of you, this is an actual person. It could be like a love interest, okay? For some of you, this could just be a love interest that really helps you balance out your energy. For others, this could be a friend, a teacher. Okay, so I'm going to flip these because they're all in reverse. I'm hearing flip them. Okay, we have the lovers. Okay, so this could be love for some of you guys, a manifestation of love. Or this could be self-love. We have the Empress here, and we have the Knight of Wands. So this could be a fire sign. This could be an earth sign. For some of you guys who are wanting to have children, I feel like this Hecate wants you to know that there's a ripening of fertility here. Now, this could also be a ripening of fertility for your magic to start to really blossom. Some of you guys, your magic is really going to start to manifest with the Empress, the Lovers, and the Knight of Wands. You're going to see a rapid manifestation start to happen with your magic. It's going to manifest more rapidly. And your connection to self is going to grow more nurturing and more intense. Okay. I also feel like your psychic abilities are going to blossom. Many of you guys know you're psychic, but you haven't really worked on developing it. And Hecate is coming forward to say, know self. Okay, the Lover's card isn't just about knowing someone else. It's truly knowing self. And I feel like with the Empress here, I feel like this is about a self-knowledge. Okay, healing, self-knowledge, a psychic self-knowledge. I feel like your gifts and abilities are going to be expanding. Okay, and I feel like some of you guys need to cast some spell work on yourself to expand your magical ability and to expand your psychic awareness and psychic ability. Okay, Hecate is coming through with that. And you need to see how that plays out, how that manifests. You need to be willing to, things take time. Okay, watch for your signs. Pay attention. Some of you guys need to start a journal. You need to start writing things down. Some of you guys are casting and you're not writing things down. Write things down. You often forget the things you've done. And if you're not keeping track of signs, if you're not keeping track of your manifestations, you're not keeping track of the outcome of the work you've done. And it's very important. It helps you validate the work you're doing. It helps you see the new patterns that are forming by the changes you are making via your magic. All right? Okay, group 3, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.